old school halogen. Is he flashing on it? And
That's awesome.
ready to keep partying.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I'm AC. I don't know if you remember, but I bought a fire truck. You see that right there? It's pretty neat. Well, we've been taking out some veterans and first responders on that fire truck, and well, after purchasing it in 2019 and putting it on the road just a couple years ago, there's some wear and tear issues. I mean, first off, we tried to take it out the other week and it broke down on us, leaking fluid everywhere. I had to take it to Cummins, and now here I am at 1075 emergency lighting. Now, you might ask yourself, AC, why are you at an emergency lighting place? What's going on with the MERV? Well, none of the lights work. Turns out that if a vehicle is made in 1992 and you got a whole bunch of volunteer firemen trying to become electricians, that, well, sparks happen and sometimes wires get crossed. So now, instead of all the beautiful lights that you would see on a fire truck, thus making it a cool fire truck, but we have none of them. We have, like, I think one wig-wag and an acorn on the back. So the boys at 1075 are gonna help us out, because what's cooler than a fire truck with a sound system? Well, one that can light up the fucking backyard like the 4th of July with all its beautiful red, white, and blue lights. And we want those beautiful lights to show off the wonderful patriotism that our first responders and veterans have when we take them to Bills games, because we do that. By the way, if you're a veteran or first responder in the Western New York area, you want to check out a Bills game, or you want the MERV to come to a location where you can get a little drunk, you hit us up in the DMs. Well, hit us up at the website. I mean, really, what's the point of having a fire truck if I can't flip on those lights and get out of the parking lot a little bit faster than everybody else on the streets, right? I'm red, white, and gone. But me just saying that we're going to get some lights on it doesn't really mean much unless we, well, talk to the guys that are going to put the lights on. So let's talk to the boys and see exactly what they're going to do to the truck to make it look, well, as beautiful as a bald eagle with a boner and an AK-47 flying through the air with Ronald Reagan on its back. Lights, gun safe, this, that. I wonder if we could get a custom gun safe in there. Something to like make the rifle drop. You know, like the cop cars where you got the rifle mounted in between the two seats. So you just hit a cuff key or boop, boop, hit a button. And you can take out an M4 and you can do some shots and take some shots. Safety shots though, not real with adult supervision. Alcohol is not allowed with firearms, ever. And maybe, I don't know, maybe a radio, a cool center console. Ooh, a wrap. Oh man, what if we got a new wrap for the MERV? I mean, I really like the American flag, but what if it's something else? Do you have any ideas? Leave them in the comments. What should we wrap the MERV in? Oh man, this looks like the MERV. You see that? You see how the lights work? That's what we want. We want the lights to work on our vehicle that gets people drunk. Science. I mean, yeah, I know. We got a fire truck, but I could have a fire truck and to be forklift certified. So yesterday we came in, Rich, by the way.
Sean, nice to meet you.
Sean, owner, manager?
Manager, operations manager for New York.
Outstanding. So we went through one of these. This is Dodge
Durango.
It's the Durango. Okay,
Yep.
It's the Durango. We went through these yesterday, and right now it's completely gutted. It looks like a homeless person got in there. It looks like Dirty Mike and the boys are about to have, what do they call it, a soup kitchen?
Bodily fluid and hair samples, we determined that a bunch of old homeless dudes had an orgy in the car. Oh, God.
This thing is just completely torn apart. Can you tell me what you guys are going to be doing to this vehicle?
Yep, we take a standard brand new Dodge Durango and we will strip it down to everything you see, door panels, ceilings, walls, everything will come out. This is getting fully converted over to match the Durango actually on the outside over there.
Okay.
It is getting light bar, license plate readers, it's gonna have modems, antennas, radios, full cage unit, front and rear cages, center console, grill lights, rear lights.
Let's get in this thing and point out to me what you're going to be ripping out. Oh my gosh, I've never seen it. This is the cleanest I've ever seen a patrol car.
It definitely is. We've seen some fun ones throughout the years. These things are fully torn down. You can see what Dodge is left, just basics in the middle for a console mount. Seats are gone, walls are gone, door panels still need to come off. This is getting a full center console. They'll have a computer mount, full sound off blueprint electrical system in the vehicle, which reads the OBD readers, anything from vehicle speed sensors, parking, everything and anything's feature-wise, it reads through that and is able to translate it into an officer safety standpoint of knocking down lights, turning off sirens and all this stuff when it's in park. We're doing stops. It'll be a full cage unit here with a double gun mount.
Yeah, I was going to say, so right now you've probably got the front passenger and driver's side seat pulled out so that you could put the cage in. I assume you're going to get rid of the leather seats. You're going to put some hard plastic ones in?
These ones actually stay as full leather.
Classy department. Okay.
A lot of agencies, like cities, will go full plastic seats, full metal seats. We just did a couple Dodge Rams lately with full metal seats. It makes it much easier for cleaning and all that. But a lot of agencies still stick with the standard seats to save money on it. Everything comes down to saving money these days on producing these vehicles. Got to deal with officer safety in mind, but also budgetary concerns.
So what's the deal with the roof being slung down and all the wires going through the roof?
So we have the headliner dropped right now. Off of the back side will be license plate readers. There'll be 2 of them, 1 on each side. There'll be a GPS modem antenna for they can run their computer systems, and then just a standard antenna cable that will run all of their radio communications and all that out of the center console. So all of this is the behind the scenes stuff that nobody gets to see, the scary stuff that nobody ever wants to see their headliner down. But it's our daily go-to now that we are dropping these things top to bottom and bringing it back around to sealing it up. All wires are then encased in channeling to avoid any airbags. As you can see, if you look in the back side there's airbags everywhere in these cars. As you look above the headliner, you got to make sure all cabling is routed around them, because if one of those does not deploy, it leaves a very bad situation for somebody that should have an airbag next to them. And usually any type of incident involving a crash in a police car is usually not a simple fender bender.
Yeah. Man, those airbags go all the way through, all the way to the back. That's incredible. I didn't know that they went all the way into the back like that.
But yeah, it's very intricate on how much goes in. There's front and rear radar, so radar heads going in the front. A lot of these units will end up with dash cams that are linked to the body cams. There is a million different options that goes into every cop car. Every cop car is different. Man. Every agency's got different goals and what they shoot for.
Too cool. And then I assume that the trunk is, or the hood's popped just so you can get at the battery and start.
Yep, this whole front end has to come off still, and we'll get a full 100-watt speaker in the grill, 2 grill lights, and we'll have a built-in headlight flasher from Dodge, and then we will build our electrical system off of their computer side here, independent from the vehicle system.
Where do you keep the bar? Where's all the good time?
Yeah, right. Where's the alcohol?
Yeah, where's the party?
That's all the good stuff for after hours.
Can we go over to the MERV, and then could you point out what you guys are going to do to the MERV?
Everything's front to back. We have full new assorted front end 6x4 sound off signal and power lights that will be replacing the front 4 in the housing. We have a brand new gorgeous, which I think you've already seen, the 72-inch Enfuse Dual XL light bar.
Yeah, that's going to be going up on top.
All red-blue configuration. Goes with our Bill Steam up here in New York. We have 2 24-inch sound off signal and Enfuse light bars.
So those are going to be going on the side, replacing
Those, direct replacement.
Okay.
And then as we move down, we have the sound off signal observe lights that will be manipulated to here and there into the dome lights that are already in the vehicle to give that accent lighting for when this is set up at events.
Awesome. Yeah, those things they do okay, but they're just the simple bulbs, so they don't put out a lot of light.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking 1992 technology here.
Yeah,
everything is a big stress on the vehicle with the batteries, with the new LED technologies. Everything is updated, minimal power draw, amperage is next to nothing, and it's crazy the way technology's changed. Everyone wants to put more lights everywhere they can, and it makes it easier in this day and age because of that power draw. The old school ways of these big rotators draw a lot of power, and it draws on the battery.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I mean, you guys have seen with you guys upgrading the sound system on this, putting 5 batteries in to control.
Yeah, we had the battery thing.
Yep. So it helps on that aspect. As we move towards the back, we have brand new sound off beacons that will be going up on the 2 back posts here, which will be replacing those. And inside, I don't know what you guys call it, the party deck.
Yep.
There is strip lighting that will be going down there to let that area glow, to match up with the theme of steady glow and all that. It will have its flashing modes to draw attention. We try to keep it as crazy as we can and still be visible around an event. They were not causing seizures. We have 2 different modes here. These cars, all these top cars, when they're in go mode, they're in what we prefer to call seizure mode. It is a pure chaos mode with the sound off blueprint system that we install in most of these vehicles. They are automatically shut down to kill the sirens, knock out the white lighting, knock everything down to a calming patterns, which obviously proves with officer safety, fire safety, any of the guys that use our vehicles. We want that to be a number one priority, that everyone goes home at night. Nobody wants to be out on the road and get clipped by a car because they couldn't save the scene or whatever was going. And again, that's on every aspect. Police need to be lit up when they're doing their stops for their safety. Try to manipulate as much as we can. As you can see, we have a little tight cramps here today as we get service work in and everything throughout the day. This is the Durango to match the one we're actually looking at back there.
And this one has all the stuff in it already?
Yep.
We go through it on the inside?
Yep.
So yeah, you were talking about how you got the center console with not just the computer, but you got the system. And what is this? Is this just, because I've always wondered, like, they got this big metal box here where we used to put our cups and coffee in a normal car, and then it's super beefed up. So what, there's usually a printer in there?
Yep. What we've relocated for the new day and age of these cars getting smaller and smaller, as you can see, as optics change, mags change, there's no longer too much room back here where everything used to be, and they've opted to go with a headrest printer. So now this gets it out of the way. You can still allow for a secondary passenger to be up here.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I just thought it was part of the weapon. I just glanced over it. They got a headrest printer.
Headrest printer. They're able to keep everything isolated out of their way and then still maintain as much room as possible, maintaining factory USBs. And obviously these guys live in these cars full time, so maintaining music and their phones being hands-free is their aspect here. We still got our cup holders, maintain a Kenwood radio system, and then a Sound Off Blueprint controller, which controls all the lighting, siren, function features.
Yeah.
And this one also is decked out with the OBD reader that translates everything the car sees.
Is that something that we're going to be getting for the Merv? Like,
You'll have
too
a full
cool.
control panel in there that'll allow us to control all the functions and features with a 3-position slider and then 8 auxiliary buttons. We'll have all those functions and features for decking out the thing with flashing modes and whatever we can accommodate.
Awesome. And so this one's got the cage in the back, but it's got soft, normal cloth seats. Oh my gosh, they must not deal with a lot of crackheads.
So that's the Depew. They got their full Troy cages on either end. As you can see, there is not much room. They're not built for
Comfort.
criminal comfort.
Yeah, you couldn't get in here. Oh man.
That's where they make the extended on this version. It only still gives you about less than a foot of room.
The passenger side's got, a little bit more room.
And it also allows for more of the officer safety, that you are diagonal to the prisoner watching it in the back and kind of know what's going on.
That makes sense.
A lot of the agencies we deal with do install camera systems up here to watch full-time back here what's going on.
Does this one have one or no?
This one does not. So that they will put those in, that you can see the monitor, the DVR, all that stuff recording all the time in real time. So there's cameras out the front on these cars, cameras out the rear, cameras internally, and microphones. So in this day and age of digital technologies, it's all about what did you say, what did he say, what happened. There's your guiltiness.
Yeah, I know. Nobody believes the cop anymore. We all have to have it on video camera. No, zero integrity from the officer. If it's not on camera, then it didn't happen. Lame. Sorry, you just showed me that you're going to be replacing the back tail lights with this.
So we are replacing these old school halogens. I believe this one is still in emergency mode where this will be your brake, but these will all be replaced with the new Sound Off Signal and Fuse 9x7 lights. There'll be a direct plug and play option over there with a bezel.
That's
and they
awesome.
will replace and give you a little bit more brightness on the back side of this truck for, again, safety and events. You're sitting there, you'll be able to see someone at a stoplight. I mean, these are old school technology that...
Yeah, it's just old. It's
1992.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 2023, and will work out really well back here as we continue to bring this thing up to current day and make it live for many more years.
That's awesome.
Rich High, Angry Cost.
Gabe Kasuchi, Sound Off Signal.
Gabe, Sound Off Signal. Gabe, what do you do here?
So I'm the National Fire Manager for Sound Off Signal.
What's a fire manager for Sound Off Signal?
So we work with all the OEMs and end users to get our product on their vehicles.
Let's say that I don't know what OEM means.
Okay,
What does OEM mean?
fire manufacturers.
Fire manufacturers. There you go. Well, we happen to have a fire truck, and this is the bar that you guys have donated.
Yeah,
That we're gonna be putting on top of the Merc, along with 2 smaller ones.
yeah. This is our XL bar, we call it.
It is very large. It's almost as tall as I am. 72 inches. It is taller than I am. Let's say that I'm a total firebug, and I wanted to buy one of these to put them on my car.
Contact Sean Garris, Chrysler.
Just hit up the website. Don't even talk to me. So if there's a website for Sound Off,
Yeah, right.
What would the website be?
Yeah. So for more information on our product, go to soundoffsignal.com. We have a bunch of contact information there, all our product information, and a ton of resources.
Then we've got the pricing guide, and you also own this shop.
Operations manager.
Operation.
Everything is out of our New Jersey location. You can reach us at 1075emergencyvehicles.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the ones you've seen. Probably Ryan Dodd out there. Everyone's seen them.
Awesome.
Fucking jeez.
These are boy band house.
Yeah.
All right, we've gone around the MIRV. We've talked about what's going to be replaced. The headlights, the rear tail lights, the massive long, like 5-foot bar that's up top, the 2 3-foot bars or 24-inch bars that are on the cab but on either side. We got those cherries on the back. There is going to be a lot. This thing's going to be lit up like a Christmas tree. It's going to be great. Having it lit up like this is going to highlight the MIRV, and rightfully so, because it is a beauty. So I can't thank you guys enough. Because of you and supporting the channel, I'm able to afford the MIRV. I'm able to work with a 501c3. I'm able to take veterans and first responders out to Bills games to get absolutely hammered, and their families. Because, hey, we're all one big family. We've got to take care of one another. I'm super excited. The lights on the inside are going to be great because the night games are coming up here in Buffalo. This is going to be fun. Yeah, these. We need these in the MIRV. It's not just a necessity, it's also like a safety issue. We have to be, ready and willing and prepared to protect ourselves. What's the point of going through active shooter training if you don't have access to a rifle 24/7? We're already in an emergency vehicle. I see the cop cars flying. I want to help them out. A little Dan Blazarian action. Here's my creds. Then pop this bad boy off, right? Just let SWAT know. Hey, Sheriff's Department, gonna be at the Bills game. Got a rifle. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. I'm in a fire truck. The drill that was on fire, how was that caused?
So with the infused lights, they do not integrate well with these, so we had to make a ABS plate to go in there, and it's punched out 8 different holes. And as the ABS packs up into the hole saw bit, it just mends itself in and cools and becomes solid. So the only way to really get it out is beating on it, and it doesn't come out that way. So we just torch it and burn out that bit as much as we could.
But we're getting there. I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary that I see glaring defects that need to be addressed. And she'll be all fine and dandy here in a couple days.
Too cool.
It is too cool. I'm excited about this front grille. Yeah. Go up with something there.
Diamonds in it. What kind of grill? 24K?
Marshawn Lynch grill.
Oh my gosh, a Marshawn Lynch grill put beast mode on there.
Sponsored by Skittles.
Sponsored by Skittles and Hennessy. Hey, it's been a while. We got these lights started in, I think, November, December. The Bills were still playing. The NFL had not completed its season yet. I was hopeful for a Bills Super Bowl. Alas, I was let down, and that kind of continued into the truck. Now, I was let down not by anybody that helped us out, but by myself. You see, it took so long to get this video completed because I crashed the MIRV. Now, I know that sounds a little dramatic, and it kind of is, because what happened is that I backed up and I pulled slightly the entire front bumper off after it rubbed on a telephone pole, which I saw and knew was there, but nonetheless, once the vehicle stopped, I decided, hey, I must be in a rut and not up against that pole that's directly to the right of the truck. And I floored it, and I peeled off the bumper as if it was a banana peel. So there's that. But now you'll notice the MIRV is great. It's got a brand new bumper. The lights are still there. By the way, thanks to Sound Off, who donated all the lights. And we're gonna zoom in on this light in a second. But this one right here on the bumper is the one that I ripped off. And when I say that I ripped off, I mean I peeled the bumper off and separated it from the truck almost entirely on the light. But the light's fine. The light worked great. We took the light off and put it on the new bumper without any problem. Sound Off makes indestructible equipment. And I really want to shout out Gabe from Sound Off, because without him, this entire thing wouldn't have happened. And on top of that, Sean from 1075 Lighting. Sean and a whole bunch of the guys here in Buffalo from 1075 Lighting are all volunteer firemen. And they're like, hey, we think that your light package is garbage and we want to help you out. And God bless them, they did. So let's look at the bumper that I destroyed. destroyed and had to replace, and the lights that are now replaced and look absolutely fantastic. And here's an important thing that I think most people might miss. This truck was a rat's nest of wires. It was horrible. It's like somebody decided to have a gerbil go mess with the entire wiring system, chew on it, and then have 1,000 seizures inside. But now it works. No issues. The flip of a switch and everything's on. It's beautiful. Let me show you around. Now, obviously we have all those big, fantastic, flashy red and blues, but these ones help me out so much when I'm trying not to back up and run over small children. Sound off, you handsome bastards. You thought of everything. And so did 1075, because they added a little bit of mood lighting. Let's check that out. This is on my face now. Did you say cherries? I love cherries. Like these ones right here. They light up and they circle around and let everybody know that I'm a fire truck, you know, like they're supposed to do. Well, shoot. We even got backup lights and red and blues back here so that everybody can see us when we're backing that fat thing up. This thing lights up like a freaking Christmas tree. Not to mention the mood lights that are blue over there and red on the other side, and then we got the green ones back here, so when you're up here back on the dance floor shaking your tail feather, you're not falling off and ending up like, you know, Superman. 1075 and Sound Off knew I was such an irresponsible driver that they hooked up a little red swirly light in there. I don't know what it's called. Another cherry, a 360. I forget, but I won't forget. If that's on, the doors are open and I'm potentially leaving somebody behind at an event, which we don't want to do. So that's why that's there. But on that note, one more time, I have to say thank you so much to Sound Off and 1075 Lighting. If it wasn't for them and their generosity, this thing wouldn't be blinding people at Bills games and tailgates and helping me get out of traffic a little bit faster because nobody knows that this is not a real fire truck. By the way, I 100% do not turn the lights on when I'm driving. That's against New York State vehicle and traffic law. All right, I don't need any troopers hollering at. You can't do that. I know, I'm not doing that. It was a joke. And of course, this thing wouldn't be running without a special thanks to Western New York Cummins. This thing has a Cummins engine. And anytime we have an issue with the transmission, the engine, anything that even doesn't have to do with that stuff, Cummins steps up, asks us if we need a hand, which we do, and helps us out all on their dime. So thank you, all three of you, Cummins, Sound Off, 1075 Lighting, for helping me help veterans in our community here in Western New York so that I can pick them up and their family or friends, along with first responders, and get them absolutely hammered at whatever event they want to go to. Keep an eye out for this thing. Beep the horn. I mean, you guys beep the horn anyway when you see me, and honestly, it scares the shit out of me sometimes. It's probably not a good idea. But I enjoy it after the fact, you know. Originally, I'm like, beep, beep, oh, God, but once the heart attack subsides, I'm like, oh, yeah, cool, all right. See you next time, weirdos.
Hard work, that's what they say.
The police were just checking me out right now. Just, you know, no big deal, officer, just a random fire truck with its lights on, doing donuts in the middle of a parking lot. Nothing to see here.
Hard work, that's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Hard work.